What's up, guys? My name is JDCut5 and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 23 career mode. It's just who we're going to be managing, and we need to decide who we're going to be going from Bayern Munich. We're done here at Bayern. I don't feel like it is worthy doing another season. We've won the Bundesliga, we won the DFB Pokal, and we was very, very close to that Champions League. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. The team that we have chosen is Napoli. There was a lot of Italian teams on offer, and I've decided to go with Napoli. Obviously, the champions previously in real life last season and also in this career mode, so we are very excited to get going in Italy, and this is going to be a very big project for us because they haven't got top players compared to other teams. They've got some very good players like Kvaratskhelia and different ones, but yeah, we need to be making. I have a look at the team, and it was easy to see that I need my centre-back options being strengthened. I've looked at this man a lot of times in the career modes, and I haven't signed him, but this time I will, and that is David Hanko. He currently plays at Liverpool on this save, and he is valued around 31.5 million. We went at the 33, Klopp was happy with that, and he's going to be a Napoli player as soon as we were able to sign up the deal with his contract and get his medical underway. This is a really good kind of option for our centre-backs. As I say, we don't actually have many options at that centre-back role, so this is definitely going to be one of the better players in the squad. 84 rating, he's going to wear the number 21 shirt, as he is unveiled to the press, and this is a very, very exciting signing. During this episode, we're going to be showing you all the signings, all the outgoings, and then we're going to be going from there. Stefan Savic is part of this squad, but he is aging, age 35 at 80 overall. He's only going to go down in overall, so I feel like it is wise to get rid of him while we can. 6.5 million is the offer that's going to be taken, and he's going out the door. It's one of those, he's experienced centre-back. We may have used him at times, but I feel like the quality that we're going to be coming against, I think, and everything else, I feel like it is wise to get rid of him in that aspect and just kind of move on from different players that we have got in this squad. Obviously, we need to have the strongest squad that we could possibly have to win trophies. He goes off to Wolves for 6.5 million, so that is a nice transfer for him. He goes to go play in the Premier League. This is a familiar face that you have seen before, and we can actually do a swap deal, and I thought it was perfect for the money and everything else. Abdou Diallo, we signed him at Levante from PSG. I think we got him on a free originally, so they'll be benefiting from a centre-back and a transfer sum. They wanted 5.3 million, and one of the centre-backs that we have currently in the team, we wanted to kind of get this deal over the line, in honesty, and just get it done because I knew he was a quality player to be in the side, and that we do. So we do swap out a player, a centre-back that I haven't heard of personally, but we do swap him in for a centre-back that we know lots about and we know that can perform at a top level. And I feel like he's been at Levante for a few years in this save now. You think he's been at the club. What's he been at? Maybe 4 seasons? So I think it's a nice one to make a move. Another centre-back option, as you can see here, with Calvin Bassey from Burnley looking at. They want 24 million, and we're quite happy to pay that from Vincent Kompany. I wanted to shore up the centre-back roles purely because I feel like it's always good to have X amount of centre-backs, especially when basically they had none. Calvin Bassey can play left-back as well. I feel like it's a really good versatile option to have if I need it to be. And then it just works so well for me. So a player that I haven't played with, and it's nice to be able to get a new face in the squad. Andreas Martin from Bayern Munich then as our second striker. He only wants a sporadic role. We know he can score goals at the best of times. And I feel like we didn't get that much game time under myself at Bayern Munich last season. So I wanted to have him under my wing once again, but I wanted him to be involved much more, and he is definitely going to be involved much more. We don't have a second striker, so this is definitely the one to fill in the role. Not much money spent. I mean, we only have a budget of 90 odd million, and we have to replace a lot of players with that at the same time. So I feel like it's a really good option, not costly whatsoever. Transfer from our old team Bayern Munich for 13 million. I think that is an absolute steal for Napoli, in all honesty. Outgoing for a centre back that we have is surplus to requirements, in all honesty. He's quite a low rating. He's only 1.1 million, I'm pretty sure. 1.5, there you go. He goes off to Hull City. Not fussed whatsoever. So I've got 2 keepers. I've got Murray and I've got Kepa. Kepa is the weaker out of the 2, so I wanted to get rid of him. And Man United are in for him currently. They wanted to do a swap deal with Donny van de Beek, and I felt like it would be a kind of good option as long as I got a decent transfer fee with it. I wanted to be at least a decent sum, because obviously we could sell Kepa for 20 odd million, and that's how we get our money. And we could have got Donny van de Beek that way because he's only got a value of 17.5 million. I offered 8, they didn't want to take 8, so 4.9 they come back to me with, which I don't think is feasible personally. I go down to 6. 6 would be enough personally for me. I feel like that would be a decent amount. 5.7, then they counter at. They are literally trying to get penny by penny, and I'm quite happy to accept that. So they get Kepa, and we get Donny van de Beek plus 5.7 million. Donny van de Beek is a class centre mid. I feel like he's going to slot straight into this career mode. A player that has been really underwhelming at Man United, don't get me wrong, and I feel like he's been underused more than anything. I'm surprised he's still in this career mode as a Man United player, but he is, and we're going to be taking him under our wing, and he's become our new Napoli centre midfielder. He's going to be offering a decent contract offer with 100,000 per week, and he's able to get that deal over the line, and we should be seeing him anytime soon. So definitely some new players to be used and some old faces at the same time. I feel like that is always nice, in all honesty, because we need players that we know that are going to perform at a high level, but as well we like to try out new players, because if we had the same players week in, week out just being shown, then obviously it wouldn't have that exciting factor to it whatsoever. Donny van de Beek being unveiled, then so that is the signing over the line. As we look at the free agents list, we need to get a second keeper. It's someone that we're not going to be playing that much, don't get me wrong, so we're not fussed in that sort of kind of area, but it needs to be there because we need someone on the bench at all times in case of a injury. Jack Butland is on the free agents list. He's age 33. It's probably an unlikely transfer to Italy, but we're going to get this deal done because we do need him at the end of the day. Whether he actually gets used at any point in time, not too sure. I can only assume he's probably at his low 70s now in terms of rating, and he'll probably be going down as time goes on, but we get that over the line. It's a free agent. We're not paying any money apart from the wages, so I feel like he slots in absolutely perfect with that. We're not over yet with the transfers, but we're going to be going straight into a game. So it's the first game in the Serie A, and this is going to be a huge one for us. It's not a big team that we're playing, but it needs to be get off the mark straight away. Obviously, in terms of team selection, we're going to be kind of rotating over the games to see who's going to be the best kind of fit for the 11. But obviously that will take time, and we need to go from there and assess the different players, who's in the best position, who's weaker out of the two, and what kind of options that we've got. And it's just purely about assessing all of that, and it takes time. It's going to take a few games to be able to get into the groove of things, but I feel like we've got some quality in this team, especially with the signings that we've made. I feel like it strengthens the side. They did well last season. I think they won the Serie A. Not too sure if they competed in any cups in terms of going far, but I know they were champions in Italy, so it'd be nice to be able to retain it again. They are about Victor Osimhen. He's not in the save anymore. He's gone off. So there is a few players like Koulibaly. Obviously, he went to Chelsea a couple of seasons ago. He was on a free agent, which could have been interesting to bring him back, but I have decided not to because he is declining in rating. So they've lost a few players, but we've gained a few strong ones at the same time. Here we are then for the first lineup of the episode. Murray, Bar, Itura, Hanko and Al-Nouri makes the back four, with Phillips just in front, with Van de Beek and Locatelli just slotting just in front, with Kvaratskhelia, and then we've got Zerbin as the right midfielder, with Jonathan David up front. Obviously, this is going to be completely new to us, so we need to assess how we're going to do. I feel like we can do well with this team, and I feel like we can push forward and make really good things. 9 minutes into the game, really quick start, and Locatelli finds the back of the net straight away. Lovely goal from Locatelli, and I feel like he's going to be really important. It was interesting to see him in the save originally, in all honesty, because obviously with him being a Juventus player, I'm surprised they even sold him to Napoli, but he is here in the blue shirt, and that was a really good goal at the same time. Really good start within 10 minutes. The keeper didn't have anywhere near that whatsoever. Finessed it underneath his arm more than anything, and it is a really good goal to get things started off. 12 minutes gone, and straight after the restart we win it straight back. Calvin Phillips intercepting the ball. He finds Kvaratskhelia and he's making a shot, and this could be easy peasy in all honesty. This has been an unbelievable start. 2-0 in 12 minutes. It is unreal to be able to kind of get such a fluent game going under our belt, but we seem to be getting things going straight away, and this is definitely a start of things to come. And it was a brilliant goal in all honesty. He takes his time, he's got the space, and you cannot allow this man the space. I feel like he is definitely going to be the one to stop this season. He is a world-class player. He's 89 rated in this save currently, and he's definitely only going to go up from there. 2-0 in this game then, and we are definitely kicking things off with a bang. 14 minutes after the restart, and Monza are trying to get anything going. They've got a few decent players, to be honest. Rafa on the ball there, Calvert-Lewin there also, so they've definitely got the squad more than anything. They do get a shot off with Rafa. Murray is able to save, and he puts it out for a corner kick. That's the first time he's been brought into action in this game. It has been fairly quiet in the start. They get a corner as they try and assess their options, and they do make a bicycle kick from there, and that could have been a really good goal, but unfortunately for them it just goes over the top. 26 minutes gone, and Phillips finds Locatelli, and Locatelli finds the back of the net to make it 3-0 in this game. Locatelli's second, Napoli's third. He is definitely going to be a menace in front of goal, and I feel like the formation suits really well. If you couldn't tell from the starting lineup, we are playing a 4-5-1. It's a very flat formation, and it could be still deemed as a negative formation in terms of pressing forward, but I feel like as soon as you do go forward, the options are there, and it works really, really well. And as you can see, it's working even better for Locatelli. That's a hat-trick just inside 30 minutes. I mean, it's very unlikely for a centre midfielder to be getting on the score sheet so frequently, especially as we haven't even played with any of these players, but Locatelli seems to be the best out of them all currently. What a finesse that is into the top corner. He doesn't even need a touch, and he finds the back of the net with absolute ease, and we are now 4-0 up. 42 minutes gone, and Monza are trying to at least get a consolation goal back, and they nearly do. Reece getting a goal denied there as it hits the bar, but unfortunately off the rebound they do find the back of the net, and that is an unfortunate one, because I was hoping for some sort of clean sheet with how good we started, but it's not to be, and we have to move on. Second half now, and Donny van de Beek gets the ball intercepted, and they try and push on forward as they try and have a better second half, so they did have the first. Trying to intercept the ball from Rafa as he finds a decent bit of space there, and he's got men forward. Calvert-Lewin finding Reece. Reece puts it into a shot. Meret puts it out for a corner kick. Substitutions being made now as we try and infiltrate some new players, as we want to see what kind of we can do with the different squad. We've got Urigato there. We have got some really good strength in that area of the midfield. I feel like that's the strongest part we have been in. Martin sets on his debut also. He's going to come off the bench and get a decent start. It'll be interesting to see if he can do anything in this game. We intercept the corner really well, but unfortunately it only falls out to a Monza player as they pass it out around the box. Really dangerous inroads as they've got the options there, but luckily Phillips intercepts and Zerbin is found. Zerbin seems really fast, and he's not a bad right winger to say the least. I feel like he is going to be helpful in this game as it's 60 minutes gone, and he's trying to see if he's got any options. Martin being one, he takes a turn, he whips it in, and Urigato finds the back of the net to make it 5-1. Yes, I'm saying it, 5-1 within the 61st minute. Unbelievable, in all honesty, in terms of how well this game has gone. It wasn't expected, because I know we had a weaker opponent, don't get me wrong, but it's anything, new team, new kind of tactics. It's more like anything where you don't know what to expect more than anything, but we have definitely put on a show this time round, and there seems to be no stopping us as Martin is found. He gets the ball intercepted very, very quickly, in all honesty, but we do intercept it once again back off the Monza players, and we do make a decent shot there, and Kretzavella finds the back of the net to make it 6-1. I mean, the goals keep on coming, and this is definitely probably the best start that we have ever had to a career mode. It's always a bit of a quiet affair in different games, or if you can, you sometimes get a few goals if you're lucky, but to say that we've scored 6 already, this is definitely a step in the right direction. 86 minutes gone now, and we're literally just seeing out the game more than anything, because I don't feel like enough's going to happen to kind of worry any of us now with the scoreline being so high. We're going to make a last attack though, and 87 minutes gone, and Martin is on the ball. He's got a chance to make a debut goal. Can he do it? Yes, he can. I knew he could score in this league. I know he would be important for us. I feel like he's going to be such a good backup striker, and I feel like he's going to slot perfectly in that striker role. He finds the back of the net with absolute ease, and I know he's such a good goal scorer more than anything. I know what he can do. I know we saw it last season where he played and he scored scored every time pretty much. He is a class act. Locatelli collecting the match ball after 3 attempts being 3 goals. Lovely stuff from the Italian, and he wills with the ball, and it was a really, really good performance in the end. Some more transfers on the way then as we try and finalise a few more deals. One of them being Mark Pubil, a person that we saw in the Levante career mode, but we never actually played, in all honesty. Someone that we played for, sold to Brighton, and he still was at Brighton from when we picked him up. A decent fee of 14.7 million, and he sees us as a new Napoli player. And then we have one outgoing also with a wing back coming in. We've got a wing back going out. I feel like it needs to be made. Ortega for 30 million to Club Brugge. He wasn't going to be used in any aspect with the options that we do have of Cucurella and El Nouri, and I feel like it is decent to be able to get the money. Another free agent being Adama Traore, one that was really, really a decent kind of buy, in all honesty. Someone that's going to be on a free, but someone that's going to bring a lot of pace, a lot of strength, and a lot of versatility to this team. Second game of the episode, and it's going to be the last game of the episode because we're only showing 2 due to the transfers that we have on offer. We always do that in the first, and then it'll be back to the second where we've got 5 games, 3 of them played and 2 simulated. With the team that we've got on offer, this is going to be a different side to be able to see what's the best out of what we can pick. In goal, it says Asmare with the back 4 of Pubil, Diallo, Bassi and Cucurella. Irrigate in the midfield with Gaetano and Locatelli just in front with Traore, Gravazziella and Jonathan David as the striker option. Changes with the back 4 more than anything. A slight change in midfield, but I feel like it's needed, just trying to see what we can do and go from there. 2 minutes gone and Torino on the ball now as Signo are trying to see if they've got options there. Cucurella presses really well. He doesn't win it initially, but Diallo snaps up the ball. We make a few quick passes and the ball shifts really quickly and we see ourselves on the attack this time. Gravazziella is on the ball as he tries to assess his options. He's got Locatelli there. Locatelli could shoot. He squares it to Traore and it's a touch for the first touch from Traore in this game, and it's going to be a goal. Really well done from Locatelli. He kind of brings the keeper out as he tries to collect the ball, but he seems to be so unsuccessful in his collection and he just dinks it over more than anything, and Traore just taps it in with his head and he makes it 1-0 in this tie. To be honest though, even though it's an open goal, he does really well to get to that. He is smaller out of the 2, but he uses his strength and he jumps really high, and that is a really good goal from Traore. 13 minutes gone and we get a corner here as we so close. Really good save. I'm not too sure who headed that initially. I think it was Jonathan David. It comes out again to us as Gaetano hits the ball, and this time it does find into the back of the net to make it 2-0 within 15 minutes. The number 70 wheels away in celebration. Really good goal, and I feel like he was actually decent on the ball and in front of goal, so he could be someone that is used a lot in the midfield, and that is all the kind of process of elimination from choosing players and seeing what best options we do have. The keeper could have done slightly better, in all honesty, in his near post, but it's not to be for the keeper, and it's definitely one that benefits us more than them. 25 minutes gone and we're trying to see if we can once again get another goal. This time it has been denied, but a really good shot from Gaetano, and he tries to get his second of the game. The keeper has a goal kick in the 30th minute as we try to intercept straight away, with Locatelli winning that one. Traore's got Jonathan David just in front of him as he wheels from the defender, and he makes a brilliant goal there, completely turning the defender inside out. He has no chance from getting to that, and he makes it 3-0 in this tie. Very much like the first game, we are literally bossing this more than anything, and we're definitely showing who can be the dominant force in Italy, and this is definitely another step in the right direction in terms of a consistent game from where we led off from our first. The first game definitely wasn't a one-off, and this is definitely better to see what we are doing. 43 minutes and Traore is in there as he tries to whip it in. We do get a connection with Locatelli, but it's not to be, and it does go out for a corner. And as you can see, the corner isn't much in all honesty, but it does fall out to Calvin Bassi. Diallo can't pick it up, and now they're going to go on the attack as they've got minutes left, literal seconds more than anything, but we do intercept luckily, and Cucurella's got a shot here. He's not going to take it because Gaetano is, and Gaetano finds the back of the net to make it the last goal of the first half, making it 4-0, and this has definitely been a dominant half, and we've just absolutely annihilated Torino more than anything. Cucurella finds Gaetano really well in a lot of space. The gap was there, and he doesn't even have to take a touch as he pretty much finesses it into the back of the net. And he does touch it initially there, but it's an initial touch more than anything, and it was a really, really good goal. 50 minutes gone in the second half, and Torino at least trying to get anything back into this game as they look to kind of better their first half actions. A really poor kind of display from Torino, and an unexpected one because I thought they'd be a strong side in this Serie A. Traore tries to find Jonathan David, but Urigarte is found instead, and he makes it 5-0 within the 50th. It's honestly like I'm playing on beginner level. It is so easy for Napoli at this moment in time. Obviously, we're going to have stronger opponents that we're going to be facing, but this is insane to see how easy it seems to be for the lads. 52 minutes gone, and they're trying to see if they can at least get the consolation. As it's really hard for Diallo to try and intercept that ball there. The Torino player is holding himself really well, and he actually does get the pass off. And unfortunately for us, we concede the penalty. It was a bit of an unfortunate one. He kind of backs into him more than anything, and not the start that Mark Bill would want to Napoli life. He kind of runs into him, and he does kind of clatter him in the end, and I guess it is a penalty. It's one of those. We're 5-0 up. We're not too fast, and it is interesting to see if we can get the save. As the number 11 goes up to the spot as he waits in anticipation, trying to see if he can get the consolation goal. Where is he going to go? He goes in the top right, being the keeper's left, and he finds the back of the net with absolute ease. I'm surprised he even celebrated though, because Torino have still got 4 goals that they've got to try and kind of climb back in this game, and it's going to be interesting to see if they make any more marks in this game. 66 minutes gone, and Torino are on the attack once again, and they actually are doing much better from that penalty kick. That really has boosted their morale as Signo tries to see if he's got the option to try and whip it into the box. They play it across, and another goal for Torino. This is 22 minutes left, and they've got about 3 goals if they're actually going to make a big step on this game. The same goal scorer as last time from the penalty spot, and this is definitely a concerning factor because we lose the ball straight away from the restart, and they look to kind of go straight on the attack again, and the motion in game has completely changed. I mean, 1 minute we're 5-0 up, and next minute we are now to 5-3, and we've got 20 minutes to go, and they've only got to get 2 goals now. I was saying it was pretty much near impossible for them to even get back into the game, but it seems kind of they're climbing ever so slightly, and this is going to be an intriguing one, that is to say the least. 71 minutes gone, and Traore is trying to put a difference to this game, at least get 1 goal back, and trying to kind of put the stop on this comeback more than anything, because that would be an embarrassment to have that kind of when we've gone 5-0 up to them 5-4. I think we have never done that in any of our career modes that we have done on this channel. Torino are front now, as you can see, and they're going to get the shot off, and they've only got to get 1 goal. And this can't be happening. This really can't be happening, because we were 5-0 up. 5-0 up, and this is now 12 minutes gone to go, and they're on the attack once again. We do intercept initially with Diallo. This is really make or break stuff as we're trying to get 1 goal at least to try and seal this. Sally is on the ball now as he tries to do anything possible to try and get anything into this game. Martin is on as a substitute. He passed it over to Gaetano. He can't get the shot off as it is blocked by Torino. Urigarte is on the ball now as he finds Martin again. He takes it round a defender, and he finds the back of the net to make it 6-4 in this tie. 10 goals on display, and this has definitely been a mammoth game, and this is what is kind of coming in the Serie A that I'm definitely kind of waiting and anticipating what could be next. We're literally trying to see it out now more than anything as the minutes run down, and the keeper collects it from a free kick, and the referee blows his whistle for full time, and that is 6-4 in Torino. An unexpected result, don't get me wrong, I didn't feel like it was going to win like that, but it did, and at least we walk away with the 3 points. Transfer deadline day now as we try and steal some more transfers. Marcus West being one. I feel like we need to kind of shore up the wing options. I wanted to initially put Tony Castro as the alternative option, and no money being involved, but they only want a straight deal, and look who it is. It's our former side, Levante. It's a player that I bought through the young youth system, and I put him on loan to numerous teams, one of them being West Brom. He had a really good time at West Brom, having the overall increased a lot. We purchased him for 5 million, and that gets that deal over the line as we do his medical and get him unveiled to the Napoli press. I feel like it's going to be a really good signing, in all honesty, and I'm really waiting to see what overall he actually turns out to be. I'm expecting around 73 to 75. I think I left Levante and he was 70, so It will be interesting to see how he turns out. Obviously, the club won't think he's good enough, but in all honesty, I know what he can bring because he definitely has some good stats for when I saw. Another centre mid being signed, and I do actually get initially offered him, and I didn't actually go with it. But looking at his stats, looking at the squad I've got, I don't know if Donny van der Beek is going to do it all season, in all honesty, so I feel like I need the options there. One of them being Pinto. I feel like he is a regen of some sort, 18 years old, and very, very high potential. He's currently on 78 rating, so he's definitely got potential to move into the high 80s, and that is a decent transfer from us, 15 million. And you know, we've got a lot of players for a decent budget. I don't feel like we have spent over the top in terms of the different players that we have purchased overall. And another one being an outgoing, Baynal goes out for 3.6 million, and Tony Castro is going to go on loan to Feyenoord, just to be able to kind of get the players out that we're not going to use, because there's no point in them sitting there. So after the 2 games, we played 2 and we won 2. 6 points on offer for us. A really, really good start. And Milan and Juventus getting off to a great start also on the 6 points. So be interesting to see how things unfold in the next episode, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.